Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Buster Taste Challenge. We have two American straight rye whiskeys. The first is Old Overholt. Kentucky straight rye whiskey. Formerly Pennsylvania straight rye whiskey, but Beam Company bought Old Overholt and they shut down their distillery and abandoned it and moved all the production to Kentucky. So now it's produced in Kentucky by the James B. Beam Distilling Company. Okay. This is the 2020 edition. Let's see if it'll focus. We hope it will. And this one is aged 3 years, but unlike the previous edition that was on the market up to 2020, this one is non-chill filtered and it's 86 proof as opposed to chill filtered 80 proof. So for years, Old Overholt was 80 proof, chill filtered, aged 3 years. Man, this thing will not focus. This is the red cap. The red cap. Well, we'll try to get it focused. It's hung up like that. Here's the competitor. Now this one focused right off the bat. Bulleit Rye. It's 95 rye. It's 95% rye whiskey. It's 5% malted barley. It's 90 proof, no age statement. And it is not produced at the Bulleit Distillery in Kentucky. No, it is produced at Midwest Grain Products in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and shipped to Bulleit so that they can bottle it and put their label on it. Okay, so it's a contract, or if you want to call it sourced rye whiskey. All right. And it was introduced in 2011. So it's a new one, only 12 years old, whereas Old Overholt, there it is, finally focused. That was introduced in 1810, or at least some variant of it. Now, there's also a red label, red writing on the label. It's called Old Overholt Bottled and Bond, 100 proof. I know where to find it. I haven't purchased it, but I guess I will at some point. That would be nice. Never had a 100 proof rye whiskey before. I don't think I have. Okay. Price point. This was $15.98 at Walmart. The price jumped up $4 though since the JB inflation. Yeah. Now it's $19.99. So if you see one of these with the black cap, jump on it because that's no longer produced. So definitely want to check it out. Now, if you see the red cap, check it out closely because one will say age 4 years and the other one won't say that. It'll say 3 years on the back. So that's a different product also. And then if you see bottled and bond with the red banner at the bottom, yeah, buy that because it's hard to find. But I'm gonna try to buy that one eventually. Let's say sooner than later. Although sooner might be 2 years from now, but probably won't be that long. Okay. And away we go. Well, smells like basic whiskey with that little rye note, like rye bread crust. Not really mint or menthol on this one, but it smells fine, just not anything elaborate. Same thing here. Yeah. So, do they smell like bourbon? No. No, they don't, because bourbon will have the corn aroma, like candy corn or just whole kernel corn without the salt. But these ryes do not have that. It's a different. So if your only experience with whiskey is rye whiskey, you'll probably find that bourbon be very strange. And if your only experience with whiskey is bourbon, then you will probably find rye whiskey to be very strange. Yeah. Okay, let's go with the taste. So at this point, I don't know which is which. The appearance is the same. They both amber, so or like a tan. Maybe more tan than amber. All right. Left hand. Seems higher proof. Like 90. Minty rye, menthol, the rye bread crust. Seems like it's almost all rye, which would be the Bulleit. And that's it. So yeah, Indiana rye. They call it American rye whiskey. I don't know why these companies try to not talk about Indiana. I guess they're trying to hope. They're just figuring people got Kentucky in their minds that it's better from Kentucky, which probably doesn't mean anything, but that's the thought. And so they downplay the Indiana part. It's on the bottle, has to be, that's the law, but it's just very low profile. So they just say American rye whiskey. Well, any state you could put it, it wouldn't matter what state it came from. You say American rye, that's not an issue. It's American straight rye, and straight whiskey has to all be. It doesn't have to be at the same distillery, but all the whiskey has to be from the same state. So we know it's all from Indiana. Kentucky straight whiskey has to all be from Kentucky. Doesn't have to be the same distillery. So it's not as pinned down as you might think. But there's Old Overholt Kentucky straight rye. Yeah, see, this one has a milder flavor. It's not as mentholated, not as rye spice, because it may have up to 49% bourbon in it, which could be Old Crow. I mean, yeah, that would be legal. You could take 51% rye whiskey, age that 3 years over there. Take Old Crow, which is aged 3 years, and have that as your 49% grain. And ding-a-ling. It's as long as they're both aged in new charred oak, which they would have to be if they're straight whiskeys, new charred oak barrels, and there you go, you got it. So neither one of these is pure rye whiskey. They're levels of rye predominance, 51% up to 100. That would be your level, but neither one of these is 100. 95, like I said, 95 and unknown ratio, but I'm suspecting 51-49. Certainly can't prove it. It's non-chill filtered, which they say is going to let it have more flavor. Some companies say yes, some companies say no. If you go to George Dickel, they're going to tout chill filtering. Okay, same people, Diageo, but George Dickel company is going to say chill filter, and that's what you want to have. It's going to take out all the impurities. It's going to be a cleaner whiskey. It's going to be better, so forth. We pioneered chill filtering. George Dickel pioneered chill filtering in 1870, and it go on and on. Whereas other companies would say, "Oh no, no, you don't want that." So it's an opinion, and there's probably a good argument for both ways of doing it. I would think. Which side do I come on down to? Which side do I take? Neither. Don't know enough about it. Doesn't seem to make a difference, but no kind of expert, to say the least. But yeah, so I think this is the Bulleit, and I think it's a better product. Now, price point, $5 more. Is it worth the extra $5? Oh, probably so. I would think so. And but I wouldn't go over that. I'd pay $5 more, but I wouldn't pay more than $5. So if it's $5 more, it's worth it. If it's over $5, like $5 and a penny, it's not worth it. No, that's how we're cutting it. So if I found it for $5 and a penny more, I'd just buy the old Overholt. Old Overholt's good. Some people look down on it. It's always over there at Walmart, and it looks like it moves. Trickles out the store. It's not like a huge amount of people buying, but it looked like maybe once a week somebody's going in there buying one. You say they're using it to make Manhattans and stuff like that. Yeah, probably so. Probably not sipping it neat at room temperature, but maybe they are, but I doubt it. Okay. Now, the important part is, do I have it correct? Did I get it right? Let's hope so. Actually, I got it wrong. Wow. It's troubling. I got it wrong the other day, but that was a screw up. I put them in the wrong glasses, so I had to recast it. That was just carelessness. But so I got 3 right, except considering that mistake. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and cheat. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm not gonna cheat. And now I have 1 wrong. So wow. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. So the doggone old Overholt wins the battle. That's the important part about a blind taste test. It'll knock out any kind of bias you have, because you don't know which is which. So you can't be biased. I mean, you can be biased, but it won't play a factor. So now I see some people do blind taste tests that have no sense to them. There's no point to it being blind. They'll be like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this IPA against a stout." Well, there's no need for that to be a blind taste test, because you're never going to confuse a stout with an IPA, Or I'm going to do this vodka against this peanut butter whiskey. Well, no one on earth is going to get that wrong, blind or not blind. So you want it to have some kind of logic to it. You don't want to defy logic. So blind taste tests are important when you have similar products, similar aroma and flavor, and they're the same type of beverage. In this case, rye whiskey, same type, or the same class, right? The type is whiskey, the class is rye whiskey. Yeah, same class. I saw this just the other day. He did a blind taste test. He was doing like Coors Light and I think it was some kind of like malt liquor, like 6% malt. Well, no one is going to confuse those two. Blind or not blind, they're not going to have similar flavors really. And they're going to tell it right off the jump from the body. The malt liquor is going to be heavier bodied, and the light beer is going to taste watered down, because it is watered down. That's why they make it light, to add water. So those kind of videos, I just say, what? What am I looking at? What are you thinking when you make this video? But getting past that. So got 3 wins and 1 loss. Shocking, but true. I was a little worried though. Like this morning, before I set this up, I was thinking, man, 86 proof to 90, wouldn't that? And I was saying to myself, wouldn't that be something if I got it wrong? But I'm talking to myself, right? And I'm thinking, nah, you're not getting it wrong. But I was saying, well, but wouldn't it be something if I did? And something happened, so I did get it wrong. Huh. So not only is the apparently from this first thing, uh, I'm not going to replicate it. That's the only way I would really have to replicate this, say 5 times to establish reliability, but then it would be impractical, so I can't do it. I mean, I could do it, but I'm not going to do it. But so not only is the old Overholt Rye cheaper by $5, it has a better flavor, in my estimation of the during the blind taste test matchup here. So, well, just goes to show you. So, not only should you not pay more for Bulleit, you shouldn't buy it if you can get the old Overholt. That's what this exercise has determined. So, cheers to the legend, America's oldest rye whiskey. And man, I gotta remember, I gotta go find my Sazerac rye. Where did I put that? Oh, I know where the Sazerac rye is, on the other shelf with the open bottle. So I got to bring in Sazerac rye pretty soon. That's always a good one. It's 90 proof and a no age statement. Some people say 6 years, but there's no age statement, so they're not making a claim on the age. But I even think Sazerac official was saying something about its average of 6 years. Average. It's a blend of different ryes, but up to, it's probably the same product, just different ages. They put it together and say, oh, this is good. Sell it. Now in Louisiana, you can get Sazerac rye for about $18. About $18, maybe 19 if it's a bad day for you. But other states, I see people talking about they had to pay $50 for Sazerac rye. I said, what? $50 for $18 rye? $18, $19 rye? Sometimes, yeah, 18. If you shop around, you can wait. Somebody's going to have a sale around here where it's going to be $17.99. Yeah. It's common here. Common. Everybody sells Sazerac rye. Common. But maybe in Wisconsin, it's rare. But $50, I wouldn't do it. I'd wait till I went on a road trip to Louisiana and happened to be passing through and pick it up. Pay the 18 because it's not that fabulous. Like you need to be buying it because you say, I gotta try it. I'm paying $50 plus shipping and handling. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I like it. I love it, actually. So I've never had the 18-year age Sazerac rye, which apparently is impossible to find. I don't even know why they got it listed on the website. What's the point of producing it if you don't actually produce it? Right? Oh, we have it. We make 1 bottle a year. Or, I'm being extreme. I'm using hyperbole, but it seems like that's what they do. Kind of like the double eagle. You say, you mean Eagle Rare? Yeah, but there's a double eagle. What is that? 17-year aged. If you did find a bottle, I bet you wouldn't want to pay for it. You'd be so shocked by the price. It would be so unreal. Because we went to the Sazerac house, and my friend David and I one day, and they have little stands. Like you go through the whole museum, but it's an interactive museum where each stand is a different style of cocktail or whiskey or bourbon whiskey or rye whiskey in this case, and they let you taste it. And she said, would you like to taste Eagle Rare? And my friend David said, yeah, but we want to try that double eagle over there on the wall because she had some displayed. Oh, she said, well, you can buy the bottle. It's also a store. Everything you see in there, you can buy it if you're willing to pay for it. And she told us the price. It was like $1,200 or something. We were like, no, thanks. Oh my goodness. It's got a, cut crystal eagle inside the bottle. It's and inside is the eagle. Crazy, huh? All right. Anyway, that's it. And y'all take care now.